Hey, so I wanted to go over getting a nice loud clean sub. I see that people have trouble with this, so I wanted to show you what I've been doing and why I've been doing it. Let's go. I started this tune about a week ago with a friend. Here's what it sounds like. So it sounds okay, but it's a little bit rumbly in the low end. It could do with some cleaning up. So I've got all our drums in a group here. Actually, I should call that drums. And all the rest of the tune is just kind of spread out because we were just working on getting the idea out. So this is our drums. And all the rest of this is instruments. So I'm going to group it. And I'm going to call the group No Lows because I'm going to EQ out all of the low end. So I just use the Ableton EQ for this, maybe around here. So now we've got this. So there's no sub at all in that. So I'm going to create a sub down below, but we'll get to that. So at the moment there's no side chaining either. So I'm going to create a group, and this is the side chain group. And I've been using gate recently to do my side chaining, so we'll continue that trend. Side chain from the first channel, which is trigger, where I've already set up triggers which match the kicks and the snares. And that should give us something usable. Cool, that's fine. That gives us a lot of headroom. Okay, so we're going to build a new sub. I'm going to make it purple because that's how I like it. So for subs, I just use operator. Operator is simple, but it gives us enough control over what we want. And to start with, we just want a sine. And we just want to figure out the timings of what used to be the sub in this tune. So I'm going to do it an octave up from the sub, just so I can hear it. So I think that's about right. I'm going to make these all a little bit shorter. So this feels like it just repeats the F. And slightly longer. Cool, and this needs to be a little shorter. Same with this one. Cool, so I think that's pretty much the loop. So we'll move it down an octave to where it belongs. So this is what the sub sounds like at the moment. So unless you're wearing headphones or have really good speakers, you're probably not going to be hearing that. That's the next thing to address, is the shape of the waveform. So with no extra harmonics, we can see that the sub's pretty loud in this EQ. So it's at about plus 12 on this scale. I don't really know what this scale is. I don't like it too much, but plus 12, whatever. So as we add harmonics in, you can see we've added one harmonic and our sub's already lower in volume. Lower again. lower again. So I find that it's really important to add in only the stuff that you really need. So what I normally do is I just have the first couple of harmonics. Let's get rid of all the rest. So for the second harmonic, I only include as little as I can. And the reason for that is the kick drum is going to be sitting here frequency-wise. You can see on the waveform display we've almost got a square wave, and that's kind of what I aim for. So that, with our track, sounds like this. And so on span we'll be able to see what that looks like. So we've got a nice rich bottom end, but there's no big weird lumps. Let's take off our EQ and check what it looked like before. Get rid of the new sub as well. So you can see how lumpy this bottom end is originally. I mean, it's not too bad. We could probably control it and turn it down or compress it, but just replacing it entirely with something that we know is perfectly clean is how I like to do this these days. And we'll put our sub back in. So yeah, our sub is just doing this. You can probably bring it up a little even. See how that sounds? That hit shouldn't be there. So this kind of shape is basically what my subs wind up looking like at the moment. They have a huge strong fundamental, and then they just have as little as possible of the next few harmonics. You can see in the EQ we've still got nice loud levels. So the fundamental's still hitting over 12 in the EQ meter, and yeah, all the rest of the harmonics are just there to make it really stand out, make the sound thicker and richer. Without those harmonics, it just sounds way too dull and boring. Having these extra things going on really lets it stick out. And the usual thing applies, it'll sound better on an iPhone playing, I don't know why someone would be playing bass music on an iPhone, but I'm sure people do. Yeah, so that's it for checking out subs. So I hope that explained how to build a really nice clean sub. There's not really a lot to it. This is just a simple thing that I do with all of my tracks at the moment, is take out the bottom end and replace it with something really clean and pure. And it makes mixing easier because I can be confident that there's not just a whole bunch of mud happening down below. Cheers.